Alright guys, let's CLC and clear and get started. We're going to be talking about plotting today. The first function that we're going to cover is plot. So let's create the variable x, set that equal to 1 through 5. We'll have y is equal to 1 through 5 as well. And we are then going to say plot x comma y. And now we have a straight line. And what do we do with graphs? Well, we have to label them, right? We got our x-axis that we label, and we call that x-label. And here I'm going to name mine time. You see here it pops up. Now for the y-axis I could do the same thing. I'm going to name that distance for no reason. And of course we have to have a title. So I'm going to name my title Mark. Now what else can we do? We could put grid on, gives us a little grid, which is nice because let's zoom in here. Let's just pull out a piece of this puzzle here, this graph. Let's say we go from 2 to 3 and on our x-axis, and from 2 to 4 on our y-axis. So we'll pull out this right here. We type in axes. I'm sorry. We're going to do from 2 to 3. This is our x min, x max. And then we'll do our y min, y max. And I said 2 to 5. I'm sorry, 2 to 4. I forgot what I said. I'm going 2 to 4. You see, it just zoomed me in, which is pretty neat. It's handy dandy. Let's close this figure. And to close it, it's close all. You guys have been using close all semester. You have no idea why. Well, now we know. Let's plot something else. I think I still have x and y. Cool. I'm gonna throw that to the side. Then let's make y2. Let's set that equal to from 5 to by -1 to 1, and I'll plot on the same graph. So I have to type in hold on here. I'm going to plot x comma y2. Again, let's label it x label. We'll have a wall, y label. We'll have Mark and the title. Let's give Steve a shout out. So this is how we plot multiple graphs on one figure. Hold on. And let me show you a different one. Let me close this. And let's open figure 3. And you'll see that figure will open up and it'll be titled figure 3 up here. And on figure 3 I'm going to plot a cosine graph from 0 to 2 pi. So x is equal to 0 by pi over 6 to 2 times pi. And my y is just going to be a cosine of x. So this should have suppressed that. X comma y. I have this really choppy graph. Well, let's use hold on and let's introduce you to your next function. It's called fplot. The way fplot works is it's fplot. You're going to type in your function. That's what f stands for, function plot. And comma. from 0, comma to 2 times pi. So this area right here is reserved for your domain. Now, you see how choppy this is. This is a pretty ugly cosine. But right here, we're going to have an ideal cosine come out. And, oh, okay. Use fplot at x cos x. So they want us to do a function handle here, and we'll get into function handles later. But here you can see the red line is the new cosine graph, and the blue line was the old one. See how choppy the old one was. This new one is perfect. Let's see if I can't clean that up a bit. I'm going to close all. I'm going to do it again. This time a little better. Let's say figure 56. We'll see that figure 56 opens up. Now I just threw out some random number. It didn't matter what it was. Plot x comma y. This was the original cosine. And then let's make sure that we can see the new one. I think if I just press up, I could do it. And right here, I can put another comma and dash OK. And this is just saying I want a black dashed line with points. Black line, not dashed, with points. I'm not restarting this video. I didn't say hold on. Oh, that was crazy. Hold on. Plot x comma y, because I want to see them both at the same time. So here you see these are, the red is, you know, the first plot that we did, and the black is perfect. We could also change the color of this one to magenta maybe. Yep, that's purple. They call it magenta. Let's see. Blue, teal. Let's I think R is red. That's right. So there's different letters you guys could play with. Here on page 157 of the textbook, you can see all the different options you have. This is solid. These are dotted. Let me try to zoom in. You can't see that. That's perfect. So you have solid, dot, dash, dot, dashed. You have points, plus, star, square. You could have yellow, black, white, red, green. So you guys have options here. So the last plot that we're going to view today is called a subplot. The way that we set it up, it's going to look like this. The function is going to look like this. We have subplot, a row, our column, and the position that we need to plot in. So let me open up a figure. I'll call this one huge number. It worked. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to say subplot. Let's plot a 1 by 2. Subplot 1 by 2. And I want to plot in position 1. That is what I meant. Thank you. And in this subplot, I am going to plot a cosine. I'll say fplot. How they want me to do it is at x cosine of x. I can't spell. I can't do this. Cosine of x from 0 to 2 pi. And let's do our second subplot. 1, 2 in position 2. and I am just going to say this is the original cosine. So my x is going to be from 0 to pi divided by 6, 2 times pi, and then my y is going to be the cosine of this. Control C, Control V. Might be thinking, Mark, why did you do that? Well, I think Steve might try to trick you, hint, hint. And so I'm just trying to show you, and that's an option to plot right there. It's not wrong. It just looks jaggedy. So this is it for this week. You know, let me show you one more, because subplot is a little tricky. Close all. And the reason I say it's tricky, I'm just doing that over and over, because the position isn't counted the way that you'd expect it to be. So if I say subplot of position 1, I'm going to do a 4 by 4 by 1. That's position 1. Now when I say subplot position 2, it's actually going to come up right here. Instead of going down the columns, it's going across the rows. This is against everything that we've learned thus far, and that's just something that you guys have to remember, is that it's going to count across the row forever. And that's weird. We just got used to counting down the columns, and now we're counting across the row. So I just wanted to point that out. It's something that Steve's going to try to trick you with, and we're not getting tricked this time. Not this time, Steve. So that is it for plotting, and I will see you guys next time.